Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, $2 Hoard. First and foremost, I need to apologize for the audio quality because my voice is coming through on a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus built-in microphone using a voice recording app. So if it's not to your liking, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it until later. The purpose of this channel will be to purchase and review $2 items from AliExpress in an attempt to somewhat educate consumers on what they might be getting into when ordering from sites like these. I specifically chose AliExpress instead of Wish or Temu because they offer deals on items that are getting ready to ship. So, when I see something that normally sells for upwards of $15 suddenly discounted to $1.99, I buy it no matter what it might be. Typically, these items include things like battery chargers, small knickknacks, screws, nuts, bolts, the occasional synthetic rubber mouth, and other items like these. I promise myself that no matter what items come up in my feed, so long as they're selling for $2, I'll buy them and review them. At first, I was going to purchase these items in lots of 5, but restraining myself to this limitation has proven to be difficult. On this last order, I purchased 7 items. The order before that, 9. However, regardless of the total number of items shipped and received, I will test and review them. Or at least I'll test them in a manner that won't get me banned from YouTube. First up is a package I ordered about 2 weeks ago. I apologize for the gaming mat that I'm opening these on, but I don't really have much area to work with at the moment, so I just make do with what I have. I will go through the items as I open them and talk about them in brief, but then I'll also include short videos of me utilizing those items if it's a practical use case scenario that won't get me banned. Alright, I apologize for the horrible lighting and the messy surface, but this is what I'm working with. So here we go. So I have not opened this yet. This arrived today. It was sitting outside. And let's see what we got. I mean, I know what I ordered, but let's open it up. So let's start with the box. Make some room, so if you'll excuse me, set this on the floor. I'm guessing this is the headlamp. Hi, that's the doggy Gizmos down there. So yes, this is a headlamp. Again, each one of these items, except for one item in there, was $2. So here's the headlamp. Let's see what we got. I believe this has a USB charger built into it. So for $2, I mean, you can't go wrong. I've already purchased 2 other headlamps from these companies off of AliExpress, and they have not disappointed. They've been pretty decent. So the plastic is, you know, it's lighter plastic. It feels a little on the cheap side, but for $2, what do you expect? So what you've got here is there is a neat. It actually focuses in and out. So there's a magnifying glass on here, and then there's a very, very, very bright LED underneath. And this is actually an LED strip right here too. And it folds back and forth, so once you put the strap on, you can actually tip it backward and forward. That's really nice. That'll come in really handy. And like I said, it is rechargeable. I just got to find where the charging port is. It's underneath the rubber over here. Oh, that's also how you turn it on and off. That's neat. So there's the charging port. Oh wow, that's bright. Holy cow. Holy cow. For $2? Dang, dude, you cannot go wrong. Look at that. I mean, it's lighting up the whole $2. And it's rechargeable. And it's got a head strap. How nice is that? Well, I'm not going to try it on for you, but I guarantee it'll work. So it'll go into these little hooks right here and probably be a little small for my head. I have a massive head. My head is like 7 3/4 inches around. So anyway, yeah, or is it 7 3/4 inches in diameter? Whatever, I wear a 7 3/4 hat. So there's one. There's your first $2 item. Definitely worth it. And it comes with a charging cable too. Kind of cool. All right, let's move on to the second item in our bag, or should I say items. It's 2 rolls of double-sided sticky tape. I don't know what the strength of this is going to be like, but I can tell you that when it comes to double-sided sticky tape, they're both identical. That's kind of cool. Each one is, I can't read Chinese, so I'm just going to guess and say each one of these is probably about 2 meters long, since they do everything by metric out there. So it's double-sided, so obviously you'd have to peel the first side off first and then peel off the second, the film here. Wow, this is really powerful. This is really good stuff. So yeah, the thing with double-sided sticky tape is if you want to increase its adhesiveness, especially when it's cold outside, whenever you put the sticky tape up, after you adhere it, and after you peel off the other side, before you stick whatever you're going to put up there, you run a hairdryer over the sticky tape so it becomes really, really gummy. And what that does is that increases the adhesiveness to a point where you almost can't remove whatever it is that you're putting up. So I learned that when I was doing installations in vehicles, because during the winter time, anytime we would try and adhere something to the dashboard, it would get cold and that thing would fall off. So we found out that if we used a hairdryer or a heat gun and heated the tape first before we put the items on the dashboard, it would actually hold much longer. So yeah, 2 rolls of sticky tape, $2. Or double-sided sticky tape, I should say. All right, so moving on to the next item. Oh, here we go. So this is a Velcro strip. Oh, this is a pretty nice bag it comes in. Again, $2. I don't know why they put it in a Ziploc bag. I'm not going to be putting sandwiches in here. I don't know how long this is. It looks pretty freaking long. But all it is just a strip of Velcro. So if you want to cable manage in a computer or behind your TV or behind your, your other audio equipment or your video equipment, your gaming systems, look at this. You don't even have to cut it. That is so cool. That is really, really cool. And then basically you just wrap it around the wiring that you're going to put it on. So like that. And then you've got, that'll hold your wires in place. So God, I don't even know how long this is, but you don't even need scissors. You just break it. It's got little breaking points on it. Again, $2. Moving on to the next item. Oh, I'm going to grab the LED strips next because they're right there on top. So these are just white LED strips, but the good thing about just white LED strips as opposed to RGB is they are super freaking bright because since there's only one color. And these companies, these Chinese companies, I've noticed that these LED strips are, the LEDs are much closer together. Wow, I did not know this was USB. This is only 5 volt? Oh, I thought this was 12 volt. Oh, well. Wow, okay. It's got a... This looks like a sensor on the front for remote control, but it doesn't come with a remote. It's just the LED strip. So this must just be an add-on strip for another strip. But anyway, USB powered, so I don't know how bright it's going to be, but look at how close those LEDs are. Look at how close they are. God, they got to be like 1 inch apart from each other. But this is probably only about 3 meters, I'm guessing. And it's waterproof. It's covered in a rubber, not adhesive. It's covered in a rubber like silicone covering, so that way these can get wet. I'll figure it out. These aren't bright at all. So they're only 5 volts. It says it on the actual strip itself. Okay, so this would basically go around my computer. Again, $2. Can't really complain. Next item on the list. It's going to be it's a car washer handle thing. Aw, man. I didn't notice this, but I thought it would just connect to a regular garden hose. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that it's for a pressure washing system. So it's got a quick release on the end, and it's made out of plastic. So yeah, this didn't really pan out because I don't have the hose system for this. Hi, kitty. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to test this without buying the actual hose that this would connect to. So this is useless for me, unfortunately. But it was only $2, so I don't care. Metal chopsticks. Those gotta be next. Here we go. This is cool. I have no idea why I got these. They just looked cool. I'm probably gonna give them to a friend of mine. He eats a lot more ethnic food than I do. So I don't really use chopsticks that often. So wow, they're each individually wrapped. How cool is that? So yeah, they're like chrome. They kind of look like they are They're chrome coated. So what's going to end up happening is if he puts these in the dishwasher, they're probably going to start to chip and peel. But again, $2. Kind of neat. Chopsticks, metal chopsticks. Last but not least, the piece de resistance. The piece de resistance. Oh, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Holy cow. That's right. A chef's knife. Now, I don't think this is really going to be Damascus, but it's got that Damascus look to it. This was actually twice as expensive as everything else. This was originally $7, but I got it for $4. So my $4 knife from China. That's so cool that it actually comes with a guard. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's got that Damascus. Oh no, that's just plastic. That's like tape on there. You can tell. You can tell from there. There's little divots in there. This is just like a covering or a painting. So this is probably just a regular steel knife. Sincerest apologies for the abrupt cutoff, but my camera can only record for 10 minutes before it shuts off. One of the things that I am going to have to fix eventually by getting a better camera, better microphone, better setup altogether. But as for right now, this is what I have to work with. So yes, that knife, extremely sharp, very durable. Definitely not going to put it in the dishwasher because I don't want to ruin it. But I've used it every single day since I bought it. Love it. I love it better than any other kitchen knife that I have, but I can't necessarily say that it's better than a name brand like a Wusthof, or I forgot the name already. But anyway, quiet. So that's it for the $2 haul for this time. I'll check back in a couple of days, maybe even a week, with my next haul. I believe I purchased 7 or 8 items on this upcoming one, but I am going to stick to $2 items this time, and I've got a surprise for you in that next one. I decided that if it comes up in my feed and it's $2, I'm going to buy it, and that's going to give me some pretty weird stuff. So we'll see you then.